Welcome to Inspired Women, Amazing Lives podcast, where we seek to thrive, flourish, and celebrate amazing women. I am Kimberly Wiggins, and this is our special segment of the Inspired Women, Amazing Lives podcast, where we are having live coaching sessions with real business owners and real coaches to demonstrate the power of mindset and marketing for your business success. Our Marriage of Mindset and Marketing segment is meant to provide assistance for women so that they may get advice, tips, and insights for handling similar issues in their own businesses. We host the Marriage of Mindset and Marketing segment the second and fourth Wednesday of every month. Remember to like, comment, and most definitely share these episodes with another woman that you admire and one who truly inspires you. Or simply share with someone that you would like to inspire. Remember, make a choice, be a voice, be an inspiration. Enjoy. Welcome to Inspired Women, Amazing Lives podcast. And today is our fourth special segment on the marriage of marketing and mindset. And so I am so excited to have with me today a business owner and two coaches who will actually coach the business owner live on the air. And really, the premise of the show is to show the intersection of mindset and marketing in your business growth. And it's also the big give back for coaches here as we actually reach back and pull another coach who needs help in her business forward by introducing them to the power of coaching and the power of mindset and marketing work together. So our business owner today is Miss Seema Pateel. Seema is the owner of SeemaPateel.com, and she is a WordPress developer for web and graphic designers. Welcome, Seema.
Hi, thank you for a very warm welcome, Kimberly.
Yes. And so, Seema, today, if you will just go ahead and give us a little bit of background on your business, what brought you to doing this business, who your target audience is, and what problem you solve for them. So the coaches and the audience, everyone will all be on the same page.
Okay, so I am a software engineer by qualification, and I was working in the corporate sector when I was in India. I got married and I moved here, and then I had my kids back to back almost immediately. And that led me not to want to go back to the corporate world where I used to work 12 or 13 hours by choice, not because I was forced to, but then it helped me connect with my peers. It helped me enjoy my work, this time spent over there, because I didn't have much else to do. So all my friends, my colleagues, everything my work was my office. And I couldn't see myself having that kind of life back again with two kids at home, and they were very young. And I'm not the kind of person who can just sit and be a stay-at-home mom. It involves a lot more things than a working person does. So I needed something for myself just so I could feel that I'm in contact with other adults, not just other moms who meet for playdates. And I started uh, researching, and I found WordPress was something that I already knew, and I realized that a lot of designers are creating websites which look good but lack functionality. And I kept hearing again and again that designers are having a hard time with WordPress. Like, WordPress is very hard. So I thought that is a good market, and I decided to offer just development instead of design and development. That's how I started.
Nice, very nice. So we're here today. We want to make sure that we have a good understanding, Seema, of who your target audience is and what is the problem you solve.
My target audience is web and graphic designers who want to get into uh, designers who want to get into website design, but they are afraid of the development part because they are great at designing. However, they have a very hard time figuring out how to implement that design. And web designers who enjoy the design part but do development just because they have to. So those are my target audience, and the biggest problem that I solve for them is the time and effort that goes into researching WordPress and implementing the designs that they have so beautifully created for their clients. So I take over the more complicated part, the tech part, which I know most designers do not enjoy. And when they don't hire a developer. But I know most designers prefer doing the design part over the website implementation part.
Okay, awesome. Very nice. So you have a specific um, audience in mind. And can you be any more specific on how you solve that problem for them, what the problem is? Well, you've talked a little bit about the problem, but how you solve that, what your proposed solution is for that problem?
I offer packages. I used to actually. I am pivoting right now. So I used to offer just developing parts of a website because sometimes they find that they have gotten more experience and they've become good at probably handling the smaller pages, but it's the home page that they have a hard time with. So I offer them partial development a package. I have a development full website development package where I do everything. All they have to do is hand over the design files to me, and they will get a WordPress website custom designed to their whatever design files that they have handed over to me. that
Okay.
that was very specific. As of now, I have a new offer where I help them establish a system where they can uh, create the system to educate, nurture, and qualify their leads so that they have a very great client relationship, and they are able to have a discovery call where they are actually having a fitting conversation over a sales conversation. Like they're not
Mm,
trying to convince their potential or the lead to become a client. They're just checking if they both vibe well as a client and a service provider.
got you. Very nice. All righty. Um, any question, coaches, before we move on? Was that clear enough? You had a clear understanding? Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, awesome. Well, we're going to take a short break right here. For it's a short commercial ad break, and we'll come back and find out what is troubling Seema concerning her mindset, what her mindset struggles are. We'll be right back.
Hey, Ashley Rainsberger here, and I wanted to take a minute to invite you to the Mindful Coach group on Facebook. The Mindful Coach is a place for coaches and other transformational experts who want to remove the mental barriers that keep them from the next level of financial success and fulfillment in their business. As entrepreneurs, we often think that strategy is the most important thing in our business. But what I'm finding with my clients who are struggling to get past a certain level of income and already feel like they hustled to get where they are now, strategy isn't what they need to reach the next level. What they need is to visit the thoughts that hold them hostage, all the stories about why they can't earn more without working more. If that really resonates with you and you feel like your mindset might be a part of the problem, I encourage you to come hang out with us on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/groups/The Mindful Coach, or search The Mindful Coach in the Facebook search bar. As I always say, if you are too busy to do the inner work, you will always be too busy to create a life and a business of your dreams. Can't wait to see you in there.
Welcome back to Inspired Women, Amazing Lives, our marriage of mindset and marketing segment. Seema has some mindset struggles that we're going to address. And here's what she is struggling with concerning mindset. She says, I know I hold myself back with thoughts like, I can't find people who can pay me. Sounds familiar? Am I sure I can really deliver to what I promise without having tested it with at least one person? I've heard a no for even offering to do this for free, so my thinking is definitely negative as of now. That's a very common problem, Seema, and I'm sure that our coaches will be able to address that. First of all, let me introduce Coach Ashley. And her business is the Wiser Life LLC, Ashley Rainsbarger. And she is a mindset coach. She works with coaches and other experts who desire to remove the mental barriers blocking their next level of financial success. She's a certified health and life coach, and she practices Reiki. She's a Reiki master who uses the power of quantum physics to help her clients shift out of scarcity and into an abundant life and business. We also have our marketing coach, Mariana Ruiz. She is the owner of the Impact-Driven Entrepreneur. Mariana is a certified business coach and consultant that helps service-based entrepreneurs scale online from occasional dollar to hours with group programs and leverage offers. So join me in welcoming both Ashley and Mariana. If I would have Ashley to just kind of respond to Seema concerning her mindset struggles. Take it away, Ashley.
Yeah, definitely. First of all, thank you, Kimberly, so much for allowing me to be here. I think it's really cool that you're doing this, marrying the mindset with the marketing, because I think that's really where the magic happens. A lot of people are focusing a lot on their mindset, and then we have a lot of people just focusing on strategy. And when you bring the two together, that's where amazing things happen. So this is really cool. And Seema, thank you for being here and allowing us to put you on the spot like this, because I mean, that's a hard thing to do, to let yourself, be in that position for everybody to see. So it's really brave, and I appreciate you. It's really obvious to me that you are brilliant. And it's also really obvious to me that you doubt your own brilliance. Did you design your own website? Because I did go look at your website, and it's beautiful. Did you design it?
Thank you. Yes, I did. I did design it myself.
Yeah. So you designed it, and of course did all the functionality and everything.
Yes.
Okay, so you are very good at what you do. Like, your website is beautiful.
It is.
Thank you so much.
What would you say, like in your own words, what is the number one way in which you feel like you are holding yourself back in your business?
I've been struggling with anxiety for a while, and the anxiety is with respect to people. It doesn't matter what it is, but if I have to talk to people, I feel overly conscious, and I fear judgment. So I don't want to come across as somebody who doesn't know things, be it in business, like be it in WordPress or development, or in general. Like, I don't want to come across as someone who is not smart, someone who's not knowledgeable. And that makes it hard for me to communicate whatever I have. Like, I overthink whatever I have to say, and it may not be evident when I'm talking to people, but I'm exhausted at the end of a conversation with anybody. So I know I'm complicating it more than it's necessary, and that's the result. The end result is I'm exhausted after having talked to people.
Mm. So it sounds like you have a deep fear there of judgment from other people, and because of that, it might keep you from taking a certain kind of action.
Yes, I mean, this is recently. Until I did a lot of mindset work, I did not know what was holding me back, and I am consistently working on putting myself in front of people as much as possible. But yes, fear has been holding me back. Like I've been in business for about for full 2 years now, but you won't see my online presence consistently. Like when I have a very good day, I'll have a post up. Otherwise, I won't. I have blog posts drafted, and I have gone so much into the reasons why it's not good enough yet that I haven't bothered to post them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this is always an interesting question, and I think I applaud you for already taking some action and doing the mindset work. And mindset work is like an ever evolving journey. We have to do it all the time, but it's so good that you've gotten started. How has your fear then? How has it been keeping you safe?
I don't have to talk to people. If I'm not putting myself out, if I'm not visible, nobody can, whether it's good or bad, nobody can say anything. I have a hard time accepting compliments. So even if you're saying something good to me, I am retreating in my shell. So that doesn't help when I put myself out and if I'm visible.
Mm.
So, but how am I safe? Nobody can see me, then nobody can know anything about me, and nobody can talk about me.
Mm. Yeah, so that plays right into your fear of judgment. You fear the judgment, and so you avoid taking any kind of action in which you might be in front of other people and they will have the opportunity to judge you. But how is that also affecting your business?
I have no, frankly, I have no business. Like mine is seasonal. If I am in the highest of my vibrations, then I am in front of people. I contact people. I don't have a problem cold emailing or cold contacting. The thing is, I don't do it out of fear. So when I occasionally do contact, I get some work, and then I have a huge blank space of no work, and then again I contact somebody, I get some work. Once that's done, I'm so exhausted that I immensely enjoy the work. It's the people part that I'm struggling with, because of which I hesitate, and then frankly, I don't have a consistent business. I don't have That's why I don't have consistent income.
Mm.
I put my children as an excuse. They have holidays, so I can't do anything, or they have summer breaks, so I can't do anything, or I have to finish this course, so I can't do anything.
Mm.
There's there's no dearth of what's stopping me.
Yeah. So it's really obvious then. It's really obvious how that fear, yeah, it's keeping you safe, but it's also having consequences on your business. And by the way, know that everybody has that fear, and everybody has a really strong fear in the beginning, and that it does get better. But a part of it is recognizing, okay, this is the belief I'm operating from, which in your case is the belief that people might judge me, they might say negative things about me or think negative things about me when I put myself out there in front of other people. But now you get to have an opportunity to choose a different conscious belief. So my question for you is, do you feel like you are in a space where you are ready to let go of the old belief and create a new one?
I definitely am.
Okay. And what would the new belief be?
There's another thing that I don't really I don't really care for what people say. I brush it off very easily. So I am not sure where this fear of judgment is coming from. However, it is there, and because I know I don't really care for what, like, I don't conform just because I have to, just because somebody said. That's what I mean by I don't care. This is how it is supposed to be done. usually gets me into thinking, why are we doing it this way? What if I do it some other way? So I don't fear taking the least taken path. And so I know that it's just fear of judgment. And that is why I am doing, I hired a coach and she helped me uh, get over my anxiety of being in front of people, talking to people. And the moment, like I have had the desire to work with designers as my ideal clients for almost a year now. However, my offer was not something that I was very strongly for. Like, I know that is a very helpful offer for designers. However, I didn't feel that I was providing genuine value. To me, uh, coding and development comes very easy. So in my head, I wasn't doing something very valuable to them. However, my new offer that I have to help them create a system to be able to educate and nurture their leads and have better discovery calls, that I strongly believe in. And ever since I have come up with that, I have had less fear of being judged. It's not gone, but it is lesser, or rather, because I believe in my offer so much, I have less hesitation talking about it. So I've done lives, I've run a challenge. It exhausted me extremely. Like the week after my 5-day challenge, I just couldn't put myself out in front of do lives or even post stuff. So it took me almost an entire week to like get back my energy after that. But I'm consistently trying to get in front of people, have conversations, even if it is just on Facebook groups. It is a big difference from who I am today to who I was in August, say. Even that is a huge difference. I'm doing lives. So
that's awesome. So it sounds to me that you've connected more to the joy of your business because you've found something that's a little more challenging that you think brings a lot of value to your client. And it also sounds like you've made the conscious decision then to instead connect with the idea that my ideal client or my ideal potential client will be really excited to listen to what I have to say, will be really excited to be in front of me, will value the knowledge that I have. Would you say that that's true?
Yes, absolutely.
So what is the action then? What is the action then that you need to take? And here's the thing about beliefs. Like we have all these subconscious beliefs, right? And we operate from them sometimes knowingly, sometimes unknowingly. We have to decide that we want to believe something consciously instead. It's not as easy as the unconscious belief because we have to consciously make an effort towards solidifying that belief through our actions. But what would you say now that you're aware is the action that you want to be better about taking in your business based on your new conscious belief that your potential ideal client will be really excited to see you and to hear you and to learn from you?
The thing is, like I said, I am putting my opinion out in the open more frequently. And after having done that work, where I have said, okay, I don't fear people giving me a negative response because that is going to help me better my messaging so that it actually reaches the right person. And beyond that, like if I get a positive response, it helps me validate myself. That's actually good. So
everything is an opportunity to learn.
yes, it's more of thinking about, like, my narrative about having social anxiety has changed a little bit. Like, I mean, I used to have a problem looking at the parents during pickup. So I wouldn't really look at anybody, but I am consciously making an effort of going and talking to them. I'm not scared of people anymore. If I can do lives, I can definitely talk to the mother of my daughter's friends. So those are the narratives I'm giving to myself now. It's It's like I said, it's been easier. From what I was in August to what I am now, I am taking fearful steps, but I'm taking them anyway.
Good. I think that's beautiful. So what would you say then is a strategic, concrete thing that you're going to do to continue to build that confidence in yourself?
I shouldn't lose momentum of talking to people, so I have to make an effort to at least talk to one person in real life and few people in the virtual world,
Mm-hmm.
just so I don't lose momentum. Like last week's break kind of got me like it was a step back, and then this week again I have shed that I fear people thing when Monday came, and I've been providing helpful responses on Facebook, and that in itself makes me feel a bit more confident in my own ability.
I think that's perfect. And I would even go as far as to sit down and be really intentional about making a certain goal. Like, I want to talk to this many people, I want to do this many lives, I want to, and don't, create like what I call a minimum commitment. What is it that you're capable of doing, and start there.
I tried that. It overwhelmed me, so I'm just doing as much as I can. No limits, no minimums, no maximums. Like, if I see someone, I shouldn't just look down. I should instead look at them and smile and say hello. That's all that I have to do. I don't have to do anything beyond saying hello, but all I'm going to do is look at people and say hello. That's all. Like,
So
that is
maybe
my
for you
minimum goal.
maybe for you, being intentional looks a little different, as far as
Yeah.
instead of like a number, maybe it just looks like a sort of interaction. I think that's
Yes.
totally fine too.
Yes. So
Okay.
that has been my goal, if you can say.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, that was really good. One of the things, I was looking for this book while you were talking, Ashley. Malcolm Gladwell has a book called Talking to Strangers.
Mm.
Yeah. And
That's
I
really
think
perfect.
that book gives, I've read that. My books are packed up right now because I'm like in transition between places, but it's a really good book. It's what you should know about the people you don't know. And it kind of helps you put all of that in perspective about people that you don't know. And so Seema, trust me, when I first started out, I was a lot like that too. And one of the things that I decided to do, because, video was just becoming popular back then, and people were always talking about video. And so the first time I did a video, I was like, oh, I'm never doing this again. But I had a coach back then who just challenged me. She said, do a video every day. And I still don't like what I look like on video. I really don't. But I did one every day, and eventually it was just like I could pick up my camera and just do a video, and it would be fine. I would talk about whatever is in my heart or whatever was on my mind, and it really, really helped me to not be fearful of being visible. That really helped me.
That's part of it. Really is. I mean, confidence comes through practice. Part of it is really just allowing yourself to do the uncomfortable thing.
Yes, absolutely. I agree.
Yeah, because when you do that uncomfortable thing, then you're like, oh, that wasn't so bad.
Yeah.
So, Mariana, is there anything you wanted to add to that?
Yeah, I think I love what you're saying, Seema, about having the trigger being you see someone new, you're experiencing someone new, and the challenge for yourself being, I'm going to smile. I'm not going to look down. I would 100% agree. When I began in my business 5 years ago, total hermit crab.
That's a good description, Mariana.
Yeah. And it has evolved, and I have grown tremendously. What I want to commend you for is seeking that help that you needed and taking steps forward, because progress for everyone and that momentum forward is what's important. And it sounds like you've been taking steps to do that. You've come here and also been open and asked for support. So I just want to commend you for that and acknowledge yourself for that, because it sounds like you're not acknowledging yourself.
Yes.
And can we make that a practice? Can you practice acknowledging yourself just a tiny bit, even if it's like, I looked at that person today, and acknowledge, and not just do it, but also thank yourself for it.
Okay, I will.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, because I met Seema in a group, and she was asking for someone to help her to create the challenge. Remember, Seema?
Yes, yes,
And we
yes.
communicated via Messenger, and I kind of outlined to her some things to do to create the challenge. And it sounds like you took that and kind of ran with it and found some additional information and did your challenge. So
Yes, I did.
yeah, you have a lot to commend yourself for, because you're putting yourself out there. You really are.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So we will take a quick break and we'll be right back so we can talk about Seema's marketing struggles. All right? See you in a sec.
Hey, inspired women, have you hit a point in life where you realize you've put everyone's wants and needs before your own? Maybe to the point that you have no idea what you like to do or dream anymore. I'm Val Selby, and I'm here to invite you to live your bold life, to live as your best self. As I personally hit the empty nest years, I realized I was lost. My role of running the family was coming to an end, and the world was wide open to me. I could do anything. I could go back to school. I could get a new career. I could restart those many hobbies or find new hobbies that I'd previously had no time for. I had so many options. I was completely overwhelmed, and I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do next. And I'd forgotten what my personal dreams even were. I created the What Do I Want workshop based on the steps I took and the ones I continue to take as I grow, change, and try new things. I want to help you find yourself and your dreams. You have many years left to tackle the world, but first you must ask yourself, what do I want?
Okay. Welcome back. Now, Seema's marketing struggle, that's what we're going to talk about next, is really so in line with her mindset struggle. Seema said her marketing struggle was getting visible, creating a pool of a warm audience to sell to. So, Mariana, help her out.
Okay. So I think the first thing I want to say is that mindset piece is no longer optional. Okay. Because like Kimberly said, this is so tied together that if we stop the mindset work, you will stop making visibility progress. In earlier on, you said what was happening is you were struggling with getting consistently visible because you would get visible. It sounds like you would get full with client work, and then the visibility would drop, and then you would be back at having to start over again. This is the problem. This is actually the number one problem my business solves. So I'm very well aware of this problem. So a couple of things I want to get 100% clarity on before I give you any strategy, and that is, what is your ultimate goal? Because we vastly overestimate what we can do in a year, but we underestimate what we can do in 3 to 5 years. So in 3 to 5 years, where do you see your business? Like, perfect scenario, what's going on?
3 to 5 years, I take selective one-on-one clients only, and one-on-one clients is not my major income source. So it's like what you do for hobby. I enjoy doing what I'm doing. That's why I want to continue working one-on-one with clients. But I have courses that take care of some of my income goals, that help with meeting my income goals. I have speaking engagements that I want to be a speaker who is inspiring.
Mm-hmm.
So if I have to be that, then I have to do exactly what I'm going to tell someone to do when I become an inspiring person. So I have to first inspire myself. So I have to actually practice what I'm trying to convey to people. I don't have to struggle about getting client work or getting people into my courses, or it's not that I don't have to struggle. It's more of I am very aware of myself and my audience that it's a no-brainer. When it comes time to put out an offer or launch something new, I am so in alignment with my everything that I have planned out that I have a comfortable launch. It's not it's a simple launch. It's not easy, it's just simple. It's not riddled with just like no shiny object syndrome, no running after, oh, this method worked for this person, so maybe I should try that. Not something of not having that kind of mindset, knowing myself and my business so well that I do not have the kind of fears that I have. Like if I'm launching, what if nobody comes? Should not be the fear. It should be like I'm doing this and this is going to be so good, so beneficial for my audience that they will definitely want to check it out. Even if they don't turn into customers, they will definitely check it out. So I have that kind of confidence. I have that kind of income. I have the support needed. It's not easy. Like the first few years of business are super hard because we are doing so many things as an individual that usually big companies hire big teams for.
Right.
So I don't want to keep struggling. I want to be in a position to have at least one or two people in my team
Yeah.
as my team.
Yes. Okay. Great. So we're getting towards something that I'm it's bubbling up for me. One question I have for you: business is all about profit and how much money your business can make. So when you're at this place where you are selectively taking one-on-one clients, you have some courses, you are doing some speaking for paid, and you are comfortable with launching and also maybe starting to bring on a team of a couple of people, how much money do you want to be bringing in at that point?
50,000 a month.
Okay, beautiful. So with that, like, first of all, that is that is a good metric and number and totally doable with what you have outlined here as your business model. So what your business model would be speaking on stages, some courses, and selective one-on-one clients, and you would have a team of 2 people. That is 100% in alignment with the strategy. And if you're making $50,000 a month, all of that would be supported with this strategy. So one, I want to just commend you because your gut is correct in what you are building. Okay. It sounds like your mind is overthinking things a little bit, but your gut in what you are trying to create is 100% correct. And you nailed it when you said, normally in a business, all of the things that you are currently trying to do are things that are outsourced to multiple people with multiple team members, and many times with many levels underneath each of those team members. So the first thing I would advise you as in the marketing realm is to start by outsourcing some of your marketing. Okay. And the reason for this is because the reason that you are having the up and down cycles is because it is hard to do both the service and the marketing of your business when you are a service provider. And so in hiring someone, even if, and I'm going to give you some strategies for doing that, even if you feel like you have no budget for that. So in doing that, what you will do is continue to generate leads while you are in your zone of genius, which is web development, and you can continue in your zone of genius and someone else can be lead generating for you. And that will prevent this feast and famine cycle and feeling, because you said, I feel like I have no business. You do have a business. You have a solid business. It's just that we let it die every time we bring on too many one-on-one clients.
Yes.
So my first thing is for you to hire someone to do lead generation for you. Okay. Have you explored or considered hiring, and what has that been like up until now?
Oh no, I haven't considered because, like I said, there's no consistent income. I have to pay somebody. If I hire, I have to pay them.
Okay,
That's an
this is
obligation.
a limiting belief. Okay, so this is 100% a limiting belief. There are many ways that you can get help in your business for free. Okay, and that's exactly what I was alluding to before. So the first thing is you can use, there's an app called Gen M,
Mhm.
GENM, and that app allows you to hire marketing professionals anywhere in an internship basis. And those internships, you basically teach them a little bit of marketing. They do the marketing for you for free, and it's a beautiful exchange. The other thing you could do is exchange services. So if you're like, oh, I can build a website, well, somebody else might be able to create 20 landing pages for you that you need for your challenge. Then they do the landing pages, you do like fixing on their website or whatever it is that
Mhm.
you may not need the landing pages, but you may need something else, copywriting, something else. So you can also barter in the beginning to get your feet wet with practicing outsourcing, practicing hiring, practicing delegating, and get your skill set up, get your processes and systems in place, and get you to continue moving the marketing ball forward while you're trying to service and you can remain in your zone of genius of service.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I've heard of Gen M. I will definitely explore that further.
Yeah. And I mean, I personally just recruit interns through things like Indeed. We go to job fairs here locally at local universities. Like we do a lot to recruit interns. And I've had a lot of interns, and all of them, every single intern I have ever brought on was grateful, thankful for the experience, like really, really valued the work they did, because most companies will bring on interns who are just getting them coffee. Like they don't get any practical marketing experience. And so it is really valuable for them as well as for you. Okay. The next thing is regarding courses. So what is a course that you could create or have considered creating to start to get your feet wet with some passive income?
Um, okay, I've had ideas as a developer, like designers have a hard time parting with their money and development is still hard. So create a course for that. But then again, I don't feel that passionate about it. However, my current offer that I have for creating a system, that sounds like a very good candidate for a course where they don't have to hire me, pay full price and hire me. That is for done for you. That works for the done for you people. Those who want to do it themselves, they can go through my course where I explain exactly what we are doing in the educate system, what we are doing in the nurture part of the system, how we are going to qualify, and they can get this course for $1,000. That is what I've thought. So they'll be
Okay.
saving about $4,000
Okay.
because a one-on-one service is five. Like I offer this for 5,000, which may seem like too much. 1,000 or even 1,500 seems like a great bargain.
Love it. Okay. So, and do you feel like you're ready to develop that course, or would you like to get more people in the one-on-one first?
I want to get more people in the one-on-one just so I can actually figure out what is working perfectly, what needs changes. Like when I have a few people go through it, makes it easy for me to confidently create a course that I'm happy about. It has to be first, I have to be happy, and then I can expect others to reciprocate what I am feeling.
Yeah. So, you know that going into selling this one-on-one, which is a huge advantage. So all that you would have to do is just document what you're doing with the clients, record it on Zoom or whatever, have someone draft up what you did, step 1, step 2, step 3 in general, and you have your course. Like you are creating it now before you ever have to sell it, because you are going to serve them one-on-one. So that's the first thing. The other thing is as you get better at selling this one-on-one, you're also inherently getting better at selling it as a course.
Mhm.
So that's going to be improved. And then you said your biggest struggle is visibility and feeling exhausted from launching, but yet you know you have to launch. And exhaustion is a feeling, and all feelings comes from thoughts. Okay. So what is the thought that you're having about, and I'm sorry, because I'm going a little bit into mindset, but it does relate back to marketing. So what is the thought you're having when you launch?
It's probably there's a lot of work involved. A launch
Right.
is not just sitting quietly or writing one post, or it's a lot of things per day. A lot of hand holding for everybody who's like coming across you. You
Right.
want to take them through the right path, and then the moment I say they should go through the right funnel, it gets overthinking starts again, and this is
Mm,
not right, and that is. And the first few people who come to mind are the ones who have been doing it for about 8-10 years. It's not, I'm brand new and I kind of forget that, and I want to do it at that scale, and that is what is exhausting, is what I've figured out.
yeah. So it's like keeping your eyes on your lane and cutting out all of those distractions and people comparison, really,
Yes.
with the people that does not serve you. Um, okay. So during launching is another great example of where you can use a team member to support you.
Mhm.
Um, so are you currently using any systems for launching, or like a set process, like a
No,
workflow?
because this was my very first
Okay.
launch where I've promoted. I am hesitant. I've been hesitating promoting. Like I said, I don't mind cold calling. One-on-one is easy for me.
Mm-hmm.
One-to-many is, again, it's the fear which
Mm-hmm.
used to hold me back. So I would mail one person and tell them like how their website is and how I can help. That gives me work. But this was like one-to-many, where I had to uh, create content. I had to create like 3 or 4 posts a day, an email, posts, and go live. So all of it did feel a bit heavy because I've not done it. That's another
Mm-hmm.
realization I have come across. It's just like starting an exercise routine. The first 2 days are super exhausting, but first 2 months later, you find that you miss exercising. So it's the same thing. I mean, I know I have to do the push through this, and I will definitely have an easier time the next launch, because I'll have most of the content ready, at least templates ready, so I won't have to be doing everything from scratch. So yes, I have used
Yes.
tools. I've used an email marketing service. I've used schedulers, and but because I was doing everything from scratch, it felt a bit heavy.
Okay. So a couple things. When I say system, here's what I mean. Okay. I mean, just open up a Google document. This can be so simple. Like you can use Asana, you can use Trello, you can use all the things. But like this is the easiest way. You open up a Google document and you say, okay, for me to do this challenge, number one, I'm going to need the idea, the name of the challenge, like what I'm going to say, like these are the 3 days, 1, 2, 3. This is how I'm going to promote it. 1, 2, 3. Like every step, it's like a checkbox. I'm not concerned about the email marketing software or any of that. What I'm concerned about is that you within your company, because this, like, here's the secret. This is what makes your company valuable. Like if you were to go sell your company, if you have a process and a system for doing something, that is what gives it inherent value. Okay. So I want you to go back and remember last launch and step by step, every single thing you did in that launch, and then go back and do the same launch again. My challenge for you and homework is going to be to repeat the same challenge you already did until you get this offer to $100,000.
Okay.
You're like,
Okay.
Mariana, what? Okay. But that is the process. You're not going to like jump ship, try a different challenge. No,
Okay.
because you're going to be starting from scratch. You already have something. Okay. You already said it, right? You already have something. It's time to stick with it, document everything you've done, and stick with this offer, with this challenge, and become a master at selling this one thing. That will propel you to 100,000, which is going to be around 8,000, okay, $9,000-ish a month, which would then give you the footing for you to hire more people, to be able to expand more, do the courses, do the speaking, etc., in a very methodical way. But you need something to be at $100,000 so you can get to your 50 grand a month.
Okay. So how frequently should I be launching this?
It depends on how you feel in terms of your bandwidth. I would prefer that you do it at least once a quarter in a challenge launch.
Okay.
Once a quarter. So that would give you 4 for 2020, and have that coordinate with, when you're seeing in your area that maybe interns are looking for work and that kind of thing. Look at Gen M, start getting some people in there, but have that support throughout. And then that gives you 3 months to prepare for the challenge. It's not like you're just like blindly going into it.
Yes.
I think that was great. That was great, Mariana.
Thank you.
Yeah, because what I see a lot of times is that people will do something and saying, oh, I didn't like the way that the results were, right? And instead of looking and doing assessment of what you did and tweaking it, they throw the baby out with the bathwater. They throw it all out. And they want to start over on something else. And it's like, no, 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 no. There were good things in there. And I love the fact that you said just open a Google document, because so many times we want to get so technical with all these things. And just keep it simple, honey. Just open a Google document and don't overthink it. Just put it all in there. And remember, nothing's set in stone. You can move it around. You can cut and paste and say, oh, that wasn't a step. This is a step. Let me add a new step. It's so simple. So yeah, I love that. Yeah. Anything you'd like to add, Ashley?
Yeah, just real quick. I picked up on a couple, we all have money mindset issues, right? And I've picked up on a couple of blocks there for you. In order to have a really thriving business, we have to believe that our ideal client is ready and excited to pay us. And when I was looking at your website, there's a question on there in the FAQ section that says, why is this so expensive? And I'm going to challenge you to remove that question because
I'd like to.
Because, well, first of all, there's no allusion to price on your website, is there? Is there any name of price on your website?
No.
Okay, so they don't even know what the price is because they haven't talked to you yet. And
no, I have put up my pricing over there.
Okay. Then that's totally fine. I would remove that question, and I would instead start to embrace the idea that your ideal client is excited because you have the outcome that they want, because you are going to help them create something that they are really excited about. And so I would explore, just to help, we only have so much time, so we can only go so far, but I would explore some books on money mindset. And I know, like, you are a badass at making money. That's a really good one. Think and Grow Rich, Get Rich, Lucky Bitch. That's a good one. And I would just really explore your relationship with money and how you might be projecting that onto your clients, because I promise you, as hard as it is to believe in the beginning, there are people who want what you have and who are excited to pay for it.
Absolutely, Ashley.
Mindset shift. That's a very recent mindset shift I have. It's still a work in progress, though. Thank you so much, but
yeah, it's okay.
Yeah,
We're always
Ashley,
working on it.
I think you're dead on that, because there was that question she asked about, will someone pay for this or something? And that is definitely a money mindset. That's one of those things we tell ourselves, and it becomes a part of our business when we should actually be saying that my clients are lining up and they're happy to pay for me helping them to solve their problems, because that's what you're doing. You're giving them something they really, really want.
And that's where the mindset works come in, because we have to believe that within ourselves before our clients can truly believe it as well.
Yeah, I love that Seema said earlier that maybe the other offer she had, she didn't align with so well, but then she got another offer now that she really believes in.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah. So that will help with your money mindset there, because you really believe that you're giving value, and if you really believe you're giving value, then you really believe you should be paid for it.
It's so much more fun to receive it.
Yes.
Wow. Lots of exciting things going on. I love it. I love it. I love it. Ladies, you were amazing on helping Seema. Seema, any last thoughts? Anything that you'd like to add? You've got some homework to do, some things to take away. So anything you'd like to add?
Thank you so much, Ashley and Marianne. It was hard coming here, but it was really eye-opening. It's not something that I didn't know. It's more of it gets lost in all of the things that we consume over and over again. So thank you for the reminder, and thank you for the great trip, Marianne. It was I was planning to scrap my 5-day challenge, but I won't. I will tweak it, and I will work on it till it gets really great, and definitely 100,000 from it. Thank you so much for it.
You're welcome.
I think that's some really, really, really good stuff. So that's it for this episode of The Marriage of Mindset and Marketing on Inspired Women, Amazing Lives. In the podcast notes, I will put all the details. So audience, if you have any questions for Ashley, Mariana, or Seema, because Seema's doing some great work in that web development space, definitely the links will be there to reach out to them. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you on the next episode. Goodbye. Thank you for joining me for this episode of Inspired Women, Amazing Lives podcast and our special Marriage of Mindset and Marketing segment, where we help women to be truly inspired to live their most amazing lives. Please subscribe to the podcast to be notified of new content weekly. Feel free to like and comment so we can know just how much you enjoyed this special segment of the podcast. And don't forget, share this with the woman who inspires you most. I hope to see you on the next episode. Goodbye.